Tomatoes are nutritional superheroes disguised as salad ingredients. Bursting with vitamin C, potassium, folate, and the famed antioxidant lycopene, they've earned their red cape in the produce aisle. Lycopene, in particular, has been linked to lower risks of certain cancers and heart disease, and interestingly, it becomes more bioavailable when tomatoes are cooked, making tomato sauce not just delicious but sneakily healthy. Whether roasted, simmered, or blended, tomatoes are flavorful, versatile, and full of plant-based goodness that your body appreciates more than you probably realize. Pasta, for its part, often gets a bad rap, but it really doesn't deserve it, at least not entirely. A bowl of pasta can be a satisfying, affordable source of carbohydrates that fuels your day and keeps your energy level stable. Whole grain versions offer extra fiber and nutrients, and when paired with healthy sauces and vegetables, pasta becomes a well-rounded, comforting meal that feels indulgent but doesn't have to be. It's no wonder pasta is the international language of comfort food. Now enter creamy tomato pasta, the seductive middle ground between health food and guilty pleasure. It starts with a solid foundation, bright, tangy tomato sauce, but then it gets cozy with a few too many rich additions. Heavy cream, full-fat cheese, butter, maybe even a splash of oil for good measure. The result? A dish that wears the disguise of something wholesome while quietly sneaking in enough saturated fat to make your arteries clutch their pearls. Creamy tomato pasta is the culinary equivalent of putting a smoothie into a milkshake cup and hoping no one notices. It still feels like it should be healthy. Hey, there are tomatoes. There's pasta. It's red. That has to count for something, right? But under the hood, it's often loaded with butterfat and sodium that shift it squarely into indulgent territory. A cup of heavy cream alone adds over 800 calories and nearly 90 grams of fat to a sauce. And that's before the cheese comes in with its own salty, melty contribution. Of course, we can't pretend it doesn't taste incredible. The combination of the acidity from the tomatoes and the richness of the cream is comfort food alchemy. The cream smooths out the tang, gives the sauce body, and makes each bite feel like a warm, velvety hug. It's the kind of dish that makes you close your eyes while you chew and say, just one more forkful, right before going back for a third helping. But that blissful bite comes at a cost. A creamy tomato pasta dish can easily tip the scales at 700 to 1,000 calories per serving, especially at restaurants or from pre-made versions at the store. And because it's so rich, it's easy to eat too much too quickly. The sauce coats everything in that deceptive sheen of luxury. And before you know it, you've consumed half a day's worth of calories and a full day's worth of saturated fat, all in the name of lycopene. But don't worry, you don't have to exile creamy pasta from your life. There are ways to make a lighter version that still hits the spot. You can use a splash of milk or unsweetened almond milk and thicken it with pureed white beans or a spoonful of Greek yogurt. Or blend your tomato sauce with roasted red peppers or cooked cauliflower to add natural creaminess without the fat overload. Even using just a modest amount of grated Parmesan for flavor, rather than drowning your noodles in cheese, can go a long way toward keeping things in check. So yes, tomatoes are rich in lycopene. Yes, pasta is filling. But creamy tomato pasta, especially when the sauce is heavy with cream, cheese, and butter, is one of those dishes that quietly slips from balanced meal to calorie landmine. It's delicious, it's comforting, and it absolutely has a place at the table. Just maybe not every night, and definitely not in portion sizes that could double as a pillow. Creamy pasta is like a charming dinner guest, delightful in small doses, but a little much if they move in.